Well. If you're watching me for the first time, this is good, Joseph. And by the way, less than a week ago, I hit my 33rd years. I'm 33 years old. My birthday was around 26th of October. Anyway, I don't celebrate birthday anyway. Thank God for that. But anyway, the point is, how do I exactly manage my money? I always come here and talk about financial management, how to do this, where to invest, how to invest. And I find it worth. How about I come here, I show you exactly how I manage my money, what are the tips that I use, and I'm going to share with you like 7 tips or something, showing you exactly practical things. Guess what? I'm not a motivational speaker. I am talking about finance. I talk about real things. I tell people the truth, by the way. Maybe probably that's the difference between me and your pastor. I don't sell hope. And never forget this, hope is never a strategy. You'd rather even tell me about faith, but hope is never a strategy. You cannot hope to be rich. You cannot hope to be wealthy. Can you imagine I was seated somewhere? I started this YouTube channel for me like 3 years ago. So if you go back like 3 years ago, let's say that was like 2021, 2022 there. Let's say at 2020, I was just seated somewhere and be like, oh, I'm hoping one day to be a YouTuber where I'll be making, you're just hoping, you're not taking any action. See, hope is never strategy. Anyway, let's get into the business. And by the way, I upload a video each and every day. So if you don't want to miss any of my good videos, this is how you do it. By the way, it does not cost you anything. Down below there, next to my subscribers, okay, there is a small button in black written subscribe. Hit that magical button, then it disappears, okay? And of course, make sure that you give me a like. Why? Why am I telling you to do all this? You'll be notified whenever I upload a new good video. So go ahead and do that. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Now, see, when I talk about what are the tips that I use to manage my finances, tip number one, if there is something that I managed to do, and I thank God for this, it is that I never use my money to please anybody. That is tip number one. I never use my money to please anybody. By the way, some of you guys know where I live. For those who are closer to me, most of you don't know where I live. One day by the way, I'll make a video. When I'll be getting out of this place I live, I'll make a video showing you where I live. And probably I will explain to you how much I was earning then. I can't tell you now. I was earning then, and that's where I was living. You people, you can understand. I'm this guy who lives minimally. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm this kind of a guy who have you ever gone to a city or a place where you find a very tall building on construction, and then there is this green net or something usually wrapped it around, is a green one? My life is that way right now. I'm under construction. No enjoyment, no nothing, just building myself, building. And I'm in a life whereby I don't have to live in a life that I have to explain anybody about my life. I don't have to. I'm not in a business of impressing you. That's why you don't see me. I only record videos under this particular, this particular corner of my office. That is it. Nothing else. Because I'm not here to show you I have this, I have the other. So the thing is, I never use my money to please anybody. And let me tell you one thing. There is somebody by the name, this guy who has written The Psychology of Money. I don't know if there's not Robert Greene. Who, I forgot his name. That guy, go check that book called The Psychology of Money. Now, the point is, if there is something that you can never reward yourself with, is to live a life that you do not have to explain anything to people. True, you don't have. There was a time I was seated somewhere and I made a video about this. I was eating a goat head, a head of a goat. I love eating that thing. And guys were those who were there were like, is this good, Joseph? Yes, he is. And they were like, oh my goodness, I never thought you can come to this. Like, why? Why? You get what I'm saying? So tip number one, I never use my money to do what? To please anybody. And on top of that, I never use my money to fit anywhere. If my friends are doing this and that is against my budget, I don't do that. I don't do that. I would rather be enemies with you. After all, even if you become my enemy, you know what? Sometimes I can say I don't care, because at the end of the day, life is still go on. Isn't it? Are we together? Are we together? So that is exactly what I don't do. I do not use my money to please anybody. Tip number two, when it comes to my money, it's always under budget. Always under budget. Always under budget. Always under budget. I know what goes when. Why? If you ask me, listen, I do. You people call me and ask me some of the tips and investments and what have you, and I can tell you, over 90% of you, this is how you approach me. Joseph, what is the best investment to do? And then I ask you, why do you want to invest? I want my money to grow. And okay, sure, or everyone needs their money to grow, but be specific. Be specific. What do you need by when? Or what do you need? How much do you need? In particular, how much? And the moment we go to the microscopic level of defining, for example, you can approach and tell me, Joseph, I want to accumulate 5 million in a period of 3 years, and you're earning 100,000, or you're earning 100,000. After you deduct all your current expenditures, you are remaining with, say, 40,000. Honestly speaking, I mean, I would be just hyping you to tell you to be able to manage that in a period of 3 years. It is not possible. You know, I'd rather slap you with a lie than comfort you. I'd rather slap you with the truth than comfort you with a lie. You won't be able to get that unless we change the strategies and structure to see how exact. You know, most of you guys walk with a vision, walk with a dream, a vague dream. I just want to build this. Have you ever sat down and asked yourself, how much will that cost? Let's say you'd love to buy, say, a Toyota Land Cruiser or whatever the car you'd love to buy, your dream car. Have you ever thought and asked yourself, how much will that cost? Maybe it will cost you, say, 170,000 US dollars. That's like close to 20 million Kenyan shilling. Have you ever thought how much effort do you need to apply to do that? The moment you realize how much you need to apply, that's the time you time to realize, oh my goodness, wow, I think I just had a vision. I think I just had a dream and whatever. It's good to work with a goal. Mine is goal oriented. I think that should be the point number 3. I'm goal oriented. Goal oriented. Like I have to know, I know each and every day I have to upload a video on my YouTube channel each and every time. I have to show up to a gym. I have to do this. I have to do. It's a goal oriented. You can't hope. Hope is not a strategy. You can't hope for something. I'm not saying hope is a good breakfast but a poor dinner. Start with hope but never end with it. See, number 1, I always budget my money. Whatever comes in, I channel it. I channel it towards, I know this goes here, this goes there, that goes there. I know it. And let me tell you one thing. Not that I have somewhere where I've written at all my budget, hey, 3,000 foreign goes for this. You don't really have to kind of rate them down. I mean, we are human beings. You can't follow that. If you are unable to follow timetable when you are in high school, even in life. But for me, I can spend my cash and it's like I have that inbuilt system. I can tell, you know what, I have overspent. That is beyond my goal. That is beyond my budget. That is below my budget. I know where I've overspent. I know when I've underspent. I can just tell. And for me, I always tell you guys, if something is costing above 500, I cannot buy it without a budget. This is how I actually, what we call, most of you guys or most of the people get affected by something called impulse buying, or thrift shopping. You show up to a supermarket, you have a very nice written, whatever you want to buy, you grab it, along the way, you meet something else, you put it out there. If your budget was, let's say, 10,000, you end up budgeting or you end up shopping for 13,000. Why did you even use that 3,000 on top of that? Why did you use that? You are indisciplined. You don't even know what you want. You are indisciplined. You need to stick to that, what you said you're gonna do. Listen, let me tell you one secret. And it's not easy, it's very tough. So that is exactly what I do. For me, if something is beyond 500, you cannot just show up as anything cost 500 and I just buy it. Unless maybe it's making me money, it's of high value that I'm looking at it from the lenses of one day to make this some cash. That is it. There's nothing wrong with it. But something like it's a consumer, something to consume, and then you're telling me it's no matter how best deal it is, I would rather get your number and tell you, hey, you know what? When I need it, I'll call you. I cannot just thrift shop and do something of sort. And I always use something else called 10-second rule. 10 seconds rule. 10 seconds rule. For example, let's say I want to go and buy this shirt. Let's say I've seen it. Of course, we see people with it and be like, oh, I like that shirt. I mean, you get what I'm saying. See, I've seen this shirt, or I've seen it on maybe on YouTube or TikTok, somebody advertising. I'm like, hey, I love that shirt. So before I buy that particular shirt, let's say I go to that particular place, I touch that shirt like this, and I'm like, okay, I actually take myself 10 seconds to ask myself, do I really need it? Okay, if I don't buy this shirt, what exactly will happen? What will it change? Will my goal be affected or something of sort? Or if I buy this shirt, okay, how will it affect my savings that I do set aside each and every month or each and every day or however I save? Okay, if I buy this particular gas cooker, if I buy this particular carpet, if I buy this particular recliner, if I buy this particular thing, if I buy this particular car, how will it affect me reaching my particular goal? Let's say I'm approaching to get a financial freedom, let's say a particular age. I always ask myself, how will it change? By the way, if I don't buy this particular thing, How will it affect me? Will it affect me positively, negatively? You know what I'm doing right now? When I'm touching that particular thing, I'm actually categorizing all these things. I'm trying to put it under the either is a must have, is a good to have, or a nice to have. The moment I realize, it's a nice to have, okay, it's a nice to have. Okay, there's nothing wrong getting a nice to have, but will it affect my savings? No, it won't affect my savings. Why? Because I've already saved, okay? What am I even buying? Where have I gotten this money? For how long have I budgeted this money, okay? So if that tick, 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 then I can be able to grab that particular thing. But the thing you guys do is that you show up to a place, you get that, I need that, I need that, you get that, you get that, you get, you're not even engaging, you're just operating under emotions. Your heart wants it, you love it, oh my gosh, been looking forward to get that wig, amazing. I just want, oh, how much is this? You grab it. Oh, the iPhone 16 is out. Oh my goodness, I need it. You just operate on emotions, feelings. And guess what? The moment you buy, by the way, I don't know whether it's me or who, or maybe we share some with somebody else. Yeah, I've ever maybe liked. Personally, I love shoes. Yeah, and I love boots. You know, I love shoes. And you can really be in love with this particular shoe, and then, oh my goodness, I don't know whether you guys you can relate to this. You buy it, and then after wearing it, let's say a week, you're like, nah, I think I'm tired. I think I need something else. Yeah, I think you're bored. It's like the way you buy a toy to your kid. A kid can cry like all over the place in a mall. They want a particular toy. You buy them that toy, the next 5 hours, or even a day, they are bored. They don't want it. That is exactly how we do. And the moment that thing bores you, then you're like, oh my goodness, that's 10,000 hanging somewhere. Maybe I should have waited. I should have. No, those kind of regrets is what I don't love to do it. Yeah, so I try the best as I can. Before I buy that thing, I have to do my research. Another tip that I use a lot is that I, wow, I don't know whether this is a weakness or a stronghold. I verify a lot. I verify a lot. Or let me say, I research a lot. I research a lot. Let's say, for example, I want to buy a car. Let's say I want to buy, say, a shoe. I want to buy something, or maybe something that's a little bit will cost a bit of money. Listen, wow, I never buy things innocent. I would rather pay. By the way, I pay people. I pay people. Just the way maybe somebody would pay me for consultation if they need my consultation. That is, uh, I pay people to consult them. And for me, I respect professionalism. I really, really, really respect professionalism. Let's say there is somebody who makes videos about cars. Let's say there is somebody who makes videos about clothing. Let's say there's somebody who knows everything about construction. I love to pay those people. I would love to pay those people. I listen to them. See, the moment you pay somebody, they open their head, they open their brain, and they empty everything that they know. I love working with professionals. You sit down, they talk to you. Oh, you want to buy this car? Oh, okay, 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 okay. What kind of a car are you looking for? Something will serve you, something for fun, what is your budget? They're not necessarily the sellers. They're not people who are selling you, because you'll have what we call a tilted. There's something conflict of interest. You won't get a neutral probability of me not even buying from those, but that's why I'm paying them to tell me. I'm not buying from them. Are we together? So you get that information. Let's say I want to buy a cooker. Let's say I want to buy a TV. I have to research. Oh, there is a TCL. Oh, there is a Samsung. Oh, there is LG. Oh, there is a that. There is a that. So I go to those professionals who sell those things, and I'm like, okay, how much will this cost? No, okay. What's the importance of me having that with the competitors? Oh, I want to buy a camera to shoot my videos. Okay, what's the difference between Canon 250D, or what's the difference between ZVI 110, whatever? You get what I'm saying? Like, I ask. You ask, you get to be directed. This one will do this, and there is nothing that hurts me a lot than when you buy something, and not only me. Can you imagine if you buy this pen for say 100, and then you meet somebody, blah, in Kenya we say, si ungeuliza, you should have asked. That goes for 25 shilling. You see, you've lost your 75. Sometimes I feel like I can throw it away because I feel so bitter. I'm like, oh my goodness, I could have bought 3 of them with that, because you didn't ask. And why did you do that? Because you don't love paying people to ask. You want free information. That's why you get those problems. Learn to work with professionals, even when you're investing. By the way, never think that you are so smart. It is good to consult. It's good to talk. It's good to ask. If you want to get into business, ask those who are in business. By the way, if you get me asking questions from those who are in businesses, let's say I want to start a certain business, you find me seated there asking those questions, you'll be like, is this the Joseph that talks about investments asking about this kind of a thing? Yeah, of course, because I love asking. I love asking. By virtue of asking, you get the best value out there. Of course, you'll never eradicate chances of you, but at least whatever you're gonna get is a bit improved. Anyway, that is it. I ask and verify a lot. I do that particular thing. Are we together? Now, see, these are just but examples of the tips that I use when it comes to the financial management, how I organize my money as far as that. The other thing I do about the finances at this particular age is, of course, I understand and I focus about my retirement. I focus on my retirement. I focus on my retirement. I know it is funny for those who are in their 30s and I'm talking about retirement. You know, most of the people, the retirement passion, the retirement thing usually kicked in your head when you're 45, yeah? When you're hitting 50, that's the time. Oh my goodness, I need to think about my retirement. No, I think about it as early as you can. You know, it's always good to be several steps ahead. Yeah, of course I do it. And by the way, if you ask me, although I don't know whether this is super personal, but I love investing on shares and stocks. And by the way, yes, I do get dividends, but I don't even concentrate about the dividends. Sometimes I go to my bank account and check, oh, wow, there's something was in there. Okay, fine, amazing. I just quote unquote forget about it. For me, I just focus on buying. For example, right now I just want to finish making this video, go sit on my desk and buy some shares. And by the way, when I say buying, I don't mean like I'm a multi-billionaire or something. No, that's where I'm heading. I don't deny. But for now, I just buy with like 2,000, 3,000, 4, 10. It depends on how that particular, situation is or something of sort. You get what I'm saying. So that's why I'm sharing this real information with you. That is exactly how I do it. Okay. Now, guys, pick whatever you find it that is important to you. What did I say? Make sure that you operate on goal. Number 2, ask a lot, learn, operate on budget, be strict, be consistency, sacrifice so that you can do something about it. And by the way, for now, as far as I'm on my 30s, and that should be the point number 7, I focus on sacrifice. I sacrifice a lot. I sacrifice a lot. But again, I do believe I sacrifice a lot. Probably I can meet somebody who sacrifices more than I do. But anyway, I do believe I do sacrifice anyway. So for the purposes of the sake of future, for the purposes of future, I do that. Yes, you know why? Because when you're at your 30s, you're still at your prime somehow. When you hit 40s, things now then tend to turn differently. Of course, you'll be energetic and what have you, but productivity still goes down. So when productivity goes down, you have something that is bringing in cash. And the funny thing is that the more you grow older, the more expenses you have. Anyway, I can talk like a whole day and make this video a very long one. I don't want to make it a long one, but I hope I've left you with some tips that you can use to help you in the financial management. This is good. Just don't forget, my number is always on the description of this specific video. Grab it. Let's talk business. For us to do. Let's see you in the next one.